Night Agent. The premise is it's a series on Netflix for a start. It's 10 episodes, or
10
is it 12?
episodes.
10 episodes, and it begins with an FBI agent who is on a subway train and notices something a little bit suspicious, and rushes over, and it turns out that somebody has a bomb in a bag, and he manages to get people off the train, and obviously this is good, and he goes running after the person who he thought he'd seen do it, and isn't able to successfully catch them. It turns out that he is suspected then of being behind the bombing. Alongside this, he finds himself a liaison between the FBI and the White House, and is asked to cover the phones for a sub agency called I can't even
Night
remember the name.
Watch or something.
Night Watch, and all his job is there is to answer the phone. At the same time, you have a tech startup, Wiz, who had set up a data monitoring company that provided.
She was a white hat, wasn't she, for cybercrime?
Yeah. And it then becomes apparent that things have gone wrong for her, and she is off with her aunt and uncle, who have been her surrogate parents for most of her life. Stuff happens, and she ends up in contact with aforementioned FBI agent, and they end up trying to unpick a conspiracy.
Dun dun dun.
And I know one should be able to. How much can one say without giving too much away? Sharon, I suspect you'll be more insightful here than I will as to what's not a spoiler.
I think it's not a spoiler.
So carry on, Sharon.
Like I said, it's not a spoiler to say that this conspiracy goes to the highest levels of government. So they're looking at government, CIA, and FBI, and this sort of tangled web between them. And it's sort of unraveling these threads that make up this web of deceit, deception, and misdirection.
Does anybody at any point say this goes all the way to the top?
I don't think so, but I wouldn't rule it out.
No.
Okay. This is a show that I've heard about. I've seen the trailer and everything. And my thing is this anything other than a wannabe 24?
Yes.
It's more than a wannabe 24.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like 24 at all.
Okay.
No, I didn't get that feeling from it when I watched it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool.
No, it doesn't feel like it's trying to be anything else any more than, all, dramas of, spy, murder, mystery, conspiracy things all have, elements of commonality to them.
And tropes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it didn't feel like it was massively derivative.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So, what did you guys think? What did you guys think about it?
I liked it.
Me too. I found it really, really watchable, and it's again because isn't it always there? It's lined up for a second series, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. There's obviously they've got another. I don't know if it's based on a series of books or something, because the way it was shaped, I thought this sort of watched like it was like a novel would unfold. You get these reveals, and then you suddenly get another bit like, oh, I didn't see that coming, and you get these twists and turns. But what's interesting, there was a few sort of big name actors who would appear. And you're thinking, oh, well, they're here for the long run. And they'd actually only appear in 1 or 2 episodes. You think, well, that's actually quite an interesting use of some of these better known actors where they sort of come but they don't take over. So there's some interesting sort of pop-ups in it.
Yeah, it was. I found it very, very watchable, and I wasn't annoyed to get to the end of it and think, oh, for heaven's sakes, we're lined up for a.
How many episodes is it? How many episodes?
10.
10.
I did that amateur mistake though. I made the amateur mistake of I watched this over a couple of evenings, and I thought there were 8 episodes. So I did sort of like a 3 and a 3, and I thought, oh hello, this is not sort of winding up. And then I ended up thinking, I thought this was number 8. I thought this was the final, and then it was like, oh okay, I've got another 2 to go. So I ended up sort of watching it to like 1:30 in the morning, thinking I might as well. I'm committed now. I've only got 2 to go. I might as well just keep going with it. So yeah, I made the amateur mistake of not working out how many episodes before I planned my evening's viewing.
Okay. Good. So I take that as a good sign that it was something that actually made you think, oh, I'll keep on going. I'll keep on going till the end, as opposed to, oh, can't be bothered. This isn't Sean and I both stopping at exactly the same point halfway through Persuasion and just going, no, can't do it anymore. Can't do it anymore.
And it was 10 episodes was right as well. It wasn't too long. It didn't drag, and it wasn't full of massive padding.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it is ridiculous.
Oh yes.
But it's not trying to pretend it's not ridiculous.
No, I would question their level of security if the how, because there's one point where they get into this very secure place, like by hiding in the back of the car. And it was like,
you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I think that is probably not how I would expect to get into a very secure place.
Are we back on the Assassin Club, by the way? are we talking about? Okay, two things. Number one, yeah, it is based on a book.
Excellent.
It is based on a book by the same name by Matthew Quirk, and apparently it's got Hong Chow in it. Okay, nobody knows who that is. Oh no, nobody knows who that is. Hong Chow. Sean, she was the second lead in The Whale.
And she's very good in it.
Oh right, okay.
I know who you mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no,
yeah.
she's fantastic. Yeah, really we like her. We like her. Did she win it? Did she win the supporting actor? She was nominated at least, wasn't she?
She was nominated. I'm not sure whether she was nominated at the Oscars, but she definitely didn't win it.
Okay.
But I know people have been talking about her at other things, and they're nominated at other things.
It's there is in it the for any Studio 60 lovers, the woman lawyer in it in Studio 60 is in this as well and plays the president.
That reminds me back to Renfield. Was old Awkwafina. I quite liked her in that.
Yeah.
Renfield. I thought she was really good in that.
Yeah, yeah. You and I have varying experiences of that film, shall we say? I feel she has been used better elsewhere.
Right. Okay.
All right, cool. So, how many stars for The Night Agents?
I'd go in with a 4.
Yeah, same.
All right. Okay. Not
I
bad.
liked it. I'd watch it if it had another series. I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it. I thought their characters were likable.
Yep. And I reckon you guys would probably enjoy it.
All right. Okay, cool. But I was gonna say, although Sharon, seeing as you saw this in the same week as you saw Assassin Club, that could have because I remember that. Have you ever had the whole experience where you see a really bad film in the same week as you see an okay film, and then all of a sudden you think of the okay film is amazing?
Yeah.
To be fair, I had also seen Deep House in the same week. So.
Exactly.
I saw Night Agent last week, so I had a bit of a gap.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. Okay, there's a buffer.
I have started on another series as well, so I'm expecting to have that finished by next week.